Hey, what's up, guys? Shuckle King here, bringing you week 2 for NCP Nimbus Season 4, and this week we are facing off against John Jr. This it's gonna be a fun battle for sure. I've known John for quite a few years now, but before we get into this, make sure you guys consider giving a subscription. I greatly appreciate it, and if you like the content, let me know if you like all these Draft League battles that I'll be posting. So, as you guys saw from last week, we won week 1 against Vepsis. That was actually a little bit of clarification. We did register it as a 6-0, so I would definitely take that. That was not what I was expecting to play against Vepsis, and it was definitely unfortunate that we had to come to the outcome that it did, but it is what it is. It was a very intense battle. I hope you guys appreciated it, even if it was a little bit longer. But I feel like I'll have a little bit more of an offensive team this week, and I don't think JJ is bringing much of a defensive team, so I think this battle will be a little bit quicker, but we'll see. But yeah, anyway, I've known John Jr. for a while, the commissioner of this league. I've known him since season 2, probably like 3 or 4 years ago was when we had a NCP Showdown season 2, and I won that with... I just had a broken team. I had Zygarde, Infernape, Uniclus, Mega Scizor, Hydreigon, Shaman Sky tier 2, so Rhyperior. So that was just a funny team. And Lapras, he has Lapras. I have the Lapras on that team too. So, and I think we've played a couple of times. He's beat me at least once for APA Evolution, but it's going to be a fun battle for sure. And I know John has definitely improved significantly since a couple years ago. So I'm pretty excited to see what he has to offer. But anyway, his teams you can see here from most to least threatening would be Tracheon, Klefki, Spextrier, Talonflame, Starmie, Hydreigon, Rotom, Lapras, Aldino, Sandaconda, and Roserade. So Tracheon, like, I'm not terribly afraid of this team necessarily, but I know John can throw some pretty crazy sets at times, and he's a very good battler, so not someone I can underestimate for sure, but I feel like I have a decent matchup in this game. Tracheon can be pretty scary to deal with, since it has Mega Horn now to deal with Necrozma a lot better. Like, a defensive Necrozma is not as reliable of an answer. Clefairy defensively might be able to take it on, and like a defensive Landorus Eye, I suppose, but that's not really a thing. So Tracheon definitely really scary. Klefki, it handles my Dragapult plus Kyurem, so that's definitely an annoyance. It's nothing I want to get rid of. Spextrier is normally a bigger threat than what it is, but Porygon 2 honestly shuts it down really well, but he could obviously double predict. Like, if he has a Spectrier, just go right into Tracheon as I bring in my Porygon 2. And then I'm in pretty bad shape because, again, I don't have the greatest switch-ins to Tracheon. Talonflame, just very fast, forces my Dragapult to run Jolly, in addition to Spextrier, but I don't know if Spextrier is going to probably run Timid. I think it'll just run Modest. Unless once it has to be the Cinderace, which I guess is fair, but I could have Sucker Punch for it. But Talonflame could be Flame Body to deal with my Melmetal, going for double Iron Bash, potentially. Starmie could be defensive. And take double Iron Bashes again with a Rocky Helmet and do a lot of damage since Melmetal's special defense isn't as good. Hydreigon is it's pretty okay in this matchup. Dragapult had speed, so that's always problematic, but it handles my Necrozma pretty well. But again, Porygon 2 also kind of shuts down Hydreigon. So I don't necessarily know if those top 6 are going to come. These last 5 could definitely come. It really depends on what he wants as his Melmetal response. Rotom Normal could come as a Melmetal response and go for Will-O-Wisp. Lapras could come more as a like an AV or like a special defensive Dragapult response from Lapras. Aldino can be pretty similar to a response to Dragapult, but it has knockoffs, so like a subset wouldn't beat it. Sandaconda could also come for the Melmetal. I believe it takes 2 double Iron Bashes unless I'm banded. But if I'm banned, I'm going to basically die to a Rocky Helmet. And Roserade, don't really see it coming in this game. I think that's the only mon I'm pretty confident doesn't come. Dragapult outspeeds, Melmetal kills it, Cinderace, Necrozma, Kyurem. So, not that great of a matchup. So, yeah, so Dragapult, great matchup. I feel like Lapras, I guess special defensive could take hits. Aldino can definitely take hits. That's something I want to get rid of. Klefki can also take hits, but like I outspeed the Spextrier and kill, outspeed the Tracheon and kill, Starmie, Talonflame, Hydreigon. I kill Rotom I kill a lot of his mons OHKOing them, so that's really clutch. Melmetal, just super good this game. Like, he has somewhat decent responses, but not the greatest. Bulky response. Like, Stormy is a resist, but doesn't want to take a double Iron Bash, really. Same with the Talonflame. And if it's like a bulkier Talonflame, then it's either not going to be hitting as hard, or it's not going to be that fast. And like, my Cinderace or my Lando even maybe outspeeds it. And my game plan in this game was going Porygon to teleport with Trick Room into Melmetal, because his team is like fast enough that, well, he has nothing slower than my Melmetal. And Melmetal could get tripped down pretty easily, but if I'm under Trick Room, that's basically 3 free turns of going for double Iron Bashes and nuking his team. So I really like the prospect of that. So the team is basically around Dragapult getting kills, and then Melmetal under Trick Room just cleaning up as well. So first Pokemon, as I said, it is Pete the Dragapult with Choice Specs. Enough speed to add speed, the Specs Cheer, nothing fancy there. Max special attack. The defense actually allows me to live a Life Orb Stone Edge from Terrakion, which is something I'll take for sure. If I have to live one hit, I can. And I'm not affected by like Quick Attack or so. So that's definitely nice. I am worried about like a Rock Polish Terrakion with like Stone Edge, Close Combat, Megahorn. That could be pretty decent if some of my team is weakened. So that's something I have to watch out for. But at least I outspeed before like a Rock Polish, which is nice. And then I would take a Choice Scarf Tit, or I'd take Close Combat, obviously. Melmetal, Expert Belt, Max HP, Max Attack. Kind of straightforward there. Double Iron Bash hits a lot of the team. Ice Punch. 2 KOs a Sandaconda with Expert Belt, and I wouldn't be taking it too much Rocky Helmet recoil, which is a plus. Rock Slide hits the Talonflame, will kill that. Darkest Lariat hits the Rotom. And Dark Slayers also hits the Starmie, if that's the answer. Porygon 2, very special defensive. Like, I could be physically defensive enough to take a Life Orb Close Combat from Terrakion, but I feel like that wasn't worth. I have enough special defense to live 2 Hydreigon and Draco Meteors no matter what after rocks, and then I can recover up, or Trick Room recover up and be in decent shape. Again, Trick Room is to get into Melmetal. Ice Beam is the move of choice because it hits Rotom, and between Ice Beam plus Darkest Lariat, I'll kill the Rotom unless if it's Colbur Berry. Just something I watch out there. Next Pokemon is Necrozma. Just physically defensive, Stealth Rocks, Moonlight, Photon Geyser for stab, and Heat Wave to hit the Klefki. It could be Magnet Rise, I suppose. So I wanted something to make sure I hit it, even though like Earth Power would be nice to hit Stormy in conjunction with hitting Klefki. But again, didn't want to risk him having Magnet Rise and then me not really touching Klefki and then getting a bunch of spikes up would be a little problematic. Even though I do have the potential of bringing Cinderace, there's still, I want to cover all my ground. Next I have Landorus, the Sand Force Bed, Randarosu. U-Turn Earthquake, Rock Slide, Defog, Choice Scarf outspeeds the Hydreigon. Pretty straightforward set there. So a lot of my sets are pretty straightforward this week, but I felt like I didn't really have to innovate a whole lot just because I liked my matchup this game. Rock Slide is the Talonflame because it can be a little problematic for my team elsewise, especially with the last Mon. Really only doesn't handle the Talonflame, so if I can kill that in one hit, that would obviously be great. Again, unless if it's Gale Wings and has max HP. But I imagine it's probably going to be like a fast flame body set. And Defog, in the off chance like Rose Raider Klefki gets a bunch of spikes up, because I don't have a Toxic Spike Absorber. And the last mon is Cinderace with Heavy Duty Boots, Pyro Ball, Low Kick, Sucker Punch, and Bulk Up. I was debating between U-Turn and Bulk Up, or even Gunk Shot. In the last slot, Gunk Shot hits the Talonflame a lot harder than any other move it has. But if I get a Bulk Up, Pyro Ball does about 50 to 60% to max HP Talonflame. It could be very bulky Talonflame, but if it's very bulky Talonflame, then I outspeed it and I can get multiple Bulk Ups up. So I'm definitely okay with that. I should win that one-on-one exchange with Talonflame if I get a Bulk Up as like the Talonflame switches into Cinderace. Because that could be the initial switch into Cinderace would be a Talonflame. Seems possible, but Sucker Punch would kill the Specs Trio if it goes for a Shadow Ball. Does like 75% to max HP Stormy, which is nice, and I'd imagine it'd be a bulkier Stormy. And Low Kick kills the Terrakion and kills the Hydreigon at +1. I don't kill with Low Kick at +0. I could have high jump kick instead of low kick, but I didn't want to miss, and also didn't want to predict with the Audino, like with the protects. But Pyreball does like 75% to Audino anyway, a +1, so I don't have to worry about that. So that's my team. Pretty straightforward, but I feel like it should do pretty well. But let's see. Let's get into the battle. All right, here we are for the battle against John Jr. I feel pretty good going into this, but he's a good player, so anything could happen here. And I think he has a pretty decent chance of bringing just about anything. It'd be cool if my Cinderace was able to win the game. So Spextrier, Tarak, Klefki, Hydreigon, Talonflame, and Sandaconda. Okay. Definitely stuff I expected to come. No Stormy. And didn't bring any of his crappy Mond. The Dragapult looks like a really nice lead. And yeah, I think Cinderace can win if the Talonflame is weakened. So yeah, we'll just lead Dragapult, and we should be in a pretty decent position to get a lot of momentum. And he knew what his team was pretty quickly, or knew what his lead was going to be. So maybe Sandaconda, but I mean, I'm 100% getting a big hit on it. And Shadow Ball should be pretty free. Let me see my Dragapult, Klefki, Sandaconda. Okay. Special defensive calm takes like 40 to 50%. And Sandaconda, I kill with Draco Meteor. I think I'm fine just going for the Fire Blast turn 1. Like, what's he gonna do? Going to Klefki and take a huge hit? Yeah. I'm gonna just go for it. If he wants to get rocks up, that's fine. Okay, I land a big hit on this. Could go for Glare. 65%. Okay, Glare's fine. Glare, Sandaconda. What's a switching into this? Talonflame? And I still should outspeed. So I can kill this, and then the Talonflame be weakened. I like the position already in this game, because this has to be the answer to Melmetal. So I'm fine. Dragapult getting a little weakened in exchange for Melmetal just going in. I miss, so that's unfortunate. He gets rocks up. Rest. That's really unfortunate. Rest, Stealth Rock. Okay. So Talonflame can come in. Tracheon could come in. Would I say Tracheon or Talonflame? Yeah, I'll go to my Landers. That was pretty unfortunate that I missed there. This is obviously Rocky Helmet. And being able to kill the Sandaconda just to open up my Melmetal a lot easier. So, definitely unfortunate, but I'm still fine. I forgot who Sox is. The Tracheon? Okay. It's not, there's no way he stays in, right? What's a switch in Hydreigon or Talonflame? Yeah, I'm gonna make the U-turn play. There's no way he stays in. Because I would kill with Earthquake or Earth Power, and he doesn't have a move that kill me in return. Okay, yep. Katniss, a Talonflame. Okay, it would be unfortunate if I get Flame Body burned here. Like 6-7%. Can I get any info off of that? Let's see, level 50. Max HP. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine going into this. And just going for a Shadow Ball. As that'll still do decent damage to the Klefki. Yeah, so Shadow Ball here. I imagine Klefki is going to come in. But if I can kill this Talonflame, then I'm definitely okay with that exchange. Dragapult does 60 to 70% to max HP Talonflame. And at least I break the potential Gale Wings if that is the set. So let's see. Switches that into Klefki. My Dragon would be crazy. Yeah. I don't know keys. That's funny. Alright, so Shadow Ball comes out. It's going to do a little less than 50%. It's going to be max special defensive. Do I want to let this die? I think the answer is I'm fine with it. Even though my Porygon 2 could switch in pretty easily. I imagine he's going to go for like a play rough here. Foul play. That'll do decent damage too. Okay, nice. So yeah, now we're gonna switch out because I can still keep the Dragapult for the whatchamacallit. I guess at least Tracheon if it's Choice Scarfed, or the Sandaconda I would still add speed. So we got in Grapes. Trace the Prankster. That's pretty funny. Foul play gonna do absolutely nothing. Tracheon probably comes in, but I'm fine with that. Because I go for the Trick Room right here. And then I will teleport into the appropriate mon. But it is max HP. Max HP Talonflame, at least. I don't know what the... it might have defense investment. It's kind of hard to tell based on the damage that I did. Mega Horn could come out here, but I don't really care. Hydreigon, I suppose. Could also come in, predicting my Necrozma to come in. That kind of seems like a pretty bold play, but definitely a play that John can make. Yeah, man. If I hit that Fire Blast on the Sandaconda, that would have been very nice, but obviously, you know the risk of running a Fire Blast because there's 15% chance to miss, so it happens. And it adds 100% Rocky Helmet too, because there's no leftovers recovery, so overall that stinks. But my Melmetal 2-hit KOs with Ice Punch, unless I get a really bad roll. But I think Ice Punch is a pretty safe play if I get that in. Mega Horn, yeah, that's fine. Don't really care. Life Orb, yep. So I think I like getting rocks up here. Moonlight is just pretty safe in general. Yeah, no, I want an answer to a pretty reliable answer to Tracheon, and like I'm not winning the game here going for a Trick Room right away, so I could afford to do this. I'll kill Klefki with Heat Wave. Or honestly, I could just go into Trick Room. I have 2 turns left. I could go into my Melmetal here. No, I'm gonna get rocks up because I could just sit on this Klefki. This Klefki is not gonna do anything to me. Thunder Wave? It's fine. I mean, unless it hacks, obviously. Okay. So rocks are up. We'll see if this has defog. I'll kill it Heat Wave. There's a chance he switches out in the Hydreigon here and gains momentum. Like he could get into U-turn out as I go into Porygon, and then brings in Tracheon. Let's see if he makes that play. Goes for Reflect. Interesting. Heat Wave. Great. Do I hit? Okay, great. So 1 Mon out of the way. Klefki is down, but Reflect is up. That's interesting. I guess Sandaconda can take it more reliably that way. I'm not really worried about anything necessarily setting up here, though. Yeah, I'm going to bring in the Porygon. It doesn't matter if he goes for U-turn here. I could sack off the Dragapult here, I suppose. Especially because the now I know it's a Life Orb Tracheon. So he'll 100% outspeed me and kill me unless he misses a Stone Edge. Which, I mean, that's a 20% chance. But he should U-turn here. Nasty plot. Okay. Like a +2 Life Orb hit would probably kill me. Hydreigon, +2. Level 50 would do. A max roll would kill. So I'm going to go for the Trick Room here. Okay, switches out. Sox comes in, the Tracheon. Mega Horn could be a play here. I think this is the time where I go into Dragapult, because I don't think he's going to go for Stone Edge here. And he really doesn't have a Choice Spec Shadow Bulb switch in. I guess Hydreigon. Well, he doesn't have a Choice Spec Draco Meteor switch in. Who am I kidding? And now I got a Dragapult under Trick Room. Gets Rocks up. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, I go for a Draco here. I mean, if I break through paralysis and hit, I kill any Mon on the team. And I lower my special attack, sure, but if I can get a free kill, like a 70% chance or so of a free kill, like breaking through paralysis and then hitting the Draco, I will definitely take that. At worst, my Dragapult goes down, and I might bring my Melmetal in. And he doesn't have a whole lot of answers for it under Trick Room. Let's see who he's going to sack. Ooh, if he sacks a Talonflame, yeah, then I 100% win if I get a... Oh, does this live? Special defensive. No, it doesn't live. Great. So Dragapult kills a Talonflame. I also like the position of my Cinderace. If I can get a little bit of damage on the Sandaconda, I think I'm in pretty decent position there as well. Yeah, again, my team is... I feel like my team is borderline broken, very good, so definitely hard to take down, but not impossible, so. But right now he has no answer for this Dragapult. Like, how much do I do to Sandaconda? Oh, or Spextrier, level 50 at -2. I'm doing like 50%. Could also go into Melmetal here. Let's see, like a modest Choice Specs Shadow Ball. Does a lot of damage, but doesn't kill me. And then I get a lot of damage off on the Sandaconda. So I think this is a fine switch-in. Honestly, if I get a Trick Room and then bring in a Specs Dragapult with Shadow Ball, I feel like that's also a pretty decent position as well. Let's see. Who's he making a double into? Predicting the Porygon too? Ooh. That was a good attempt. Info. One turn of Trick Room left. I mean, obviously I kill with double Iron Bash, and I'm gonna go for it even if the Sandaconda comes in. Because he still has 2 turns of rest. I mean, obviously he is could be a Shedskin. He'll get a lot of damage off on me, sure, with Rocky Helmet. Oh man, I like that. Just don't get it. Oh, he gets it. That's fine. I Ice Punch here. Because I get less recoil damage. And I don't think that's max HP Sandaconda. Yeah, I don't think I should have been doing that much. So Ice Punch should do enough damage. Yeah. Oh, he gets it again. That's unfortunate. Earthquake, I don't think kills. He could be a lot of attack since he's not a lot of defense. So there is a chance he kills here. Let's see what he goes for. The Sandaconda is doing a lot of work for him, though. But honestly, my Melmetal is still in decent position. Especially, I mean, if he gets, say, another Shedskin, that's pretty unfortunate. Let's see. Oh, he gets it again. That's hilarious. So he's going to go for Earthquake here. I mean, Rest is honestly an option. Yeah, I think Porygon is fine, because Ice Beam should be doing decent damage. Ice Beam should be 2 KOing, unless he's more special defensive, or like a mix set. Yeah, there you go. I got Shedskin in case he goes for Toxic or something. Yep, Earthquake comes out. Going for Trick Room here. And honestly, I think I just stay in and go for Ice Beam. Level 50. I'm doing like 25%. He gets Shedskin again. That is unbelievable. Yeah, I'm going to recover up. Because if he switches into something else, then I can sack whatever. And bring in the Dragapult. Because I imagine he wasn't going to stay in with the Sandaconda. Tracheon comes out. I predict the Stone Edge to come out, so what do I want to take that? Yeah, let's go into my Necrozma. I don't think he Mega Horns here. Yeah, it's just unfortunate that this Anaconda is still alive, but it is what it is, so can't complain a whole lot about it. Let's see, goes for Stone Edge. Yep. Doing decent chip, obviously, because it is a Tracheon, so still very strong. Info, how many turns left? I have 2 turns left. I stay in and go for Moonlight. Even if the Hydreigon comes in, I have a Porygon that deals with it. So I'm not too worried about that. Spectrier comes in. Yes, that's fine. I'm getting chip damage on. And so I'm going to make the play into Porygon here. He could obviously double into the Tracheon. And that'd be problematic. These lefties. It's good to know. I suppose Calm Mind could be a little problematic. But I'm going to make the play. Like, if John makes a play in the Terrakier, so be it. I'm fine. And then he could obviously Mega Horn, predicting the P2 to come in. Let's see. He probably should make that play at this point, because I think I do have the upper hand. Calm Mind or Sub is an option. Okay. Misses. That's unfortunate, but honestly, I don't think he can complain a whole lot. So I'm going to get a Trick Room off. Will-O-Wisp is an interesting play. Okay, Taunt is cool. Will-O-Wisp, Taunt, Porygon to the Spectrier. Level 50. I'm doing like 25%. I haven't shown Ice Beam yet. So I'll go for it. At least once. There goes the train. Let's see what who he goes into. Socks, Tracheon. I'm definitely okay with getting some chip damage on this. I don't know what he was predicting there, but Necrozma comes out. It's fine if he predicts this because it's really only there to take on the Tracheon at this point, and I'm getting a lot of chip damage on it. You could also miss a Mega Horn and such, so I would be okay if he did that. And it's also kind of bait for the Hydreigon anyway. Alright, Stone Edge comes out. Yeah, I also have like a pretty free Earthquakes once I get in the Landorus, which honestly I could just bring in a Landorus right now. No, I'm gonna go for the I go for the Moonlight. Stay healthy in case he missed a Mega Horn or something. Hydreigon could come in too, because he might want to save this for the Porygon, but he's not going to. I live. Let's see if I live, or if I. Okay, that's good. I could have killed the Tracheon here, obviously, but not the biggest deal in the world. If he switches out here, he should have one round of Life Orb. He's at like 15%, so he should be like a little under 10% when he comes in again. The triple threat Hydreigon comes out. Okay. How much does my Cinderace do to Hydreigon? He's at 75%. Might not kill. What do I switch in here? I'm gonna go for the Heat Wave. Nasty Plat. This little bit of damage should be enough to for me to kill with my Cinderace. Unless if it's Tailwind as well, then that would be pretty problematic. Alright, I'm doing like 15%. I get a burn. Wow. I mean, I'll take that. Yeah, no bulk at all. So he roosts here. Yeah, now it's time to sack off the Dragapult. If he roosts, then I probably have to sack a second Mon. But not the end of the world. I imagine he's going to roost here. But it was too risky to go into Cinderace or something. And now he has to attack. And I'm going to sack off the Melmetal at this point because Porygon 2 can still set up a Trick Room, and then Dragapult, as long as I don't get parried, like, basically wins, especially with the Hydreigon being as weakened as it is. Let's see. Goes for Dark Pulse. That's fine. So, Landorus. Do I kill with U-turn? I kill with U-turn. And then my Earthquake is pretty free against this team. Specs Trier. I'm doing a lot of damage. Yep, so I'm U-turning out. I should be killing. Yeah, I'm fine with getting in. I'll give him one kill. I'll be nice. But let's see. Is the Sandaconda coming in? Okay, Rocky Helmet. Porygon 2 comes out. I set up a Trick Room. I could honestly Ice Beam here as well, but I think I like setting up a Trick Room more in this instance. The Specs Trier, I think, is a decent chance to come out. And it could taunt me, preventing me to go from going for Teleport. But if I think that's the play, I would go into my Melmetal predicting the taunt to come out. Let's see, the Specs Trier should come out. Yep. And at worst, he kills me in Melmetal, then I can kill with my Dragapult. So that's fine. A sub would be pretty unfortunate here. And I'm going to go for Ice Punch with my Melmetal because I would 2 KO to Sandaconda. Will-O-Wisp is definitely a play, but... Oh, my Melmetal is dead. I forgot about that. I just go for Ice Beams. If it's Calm Mind, it's annoying, but... Like, if I get this weakened, I'm fine. Okay, doesn't do much at all. And I do have Shed Skin at, like, the very worst, I suppose. So even if he does get a burn. Protect. Okay. That's quite a set. So Taunt on this as well. Taunt, Protect. Yeah, I'm gonna just go for Ice Beams. Cause I beat this one-on-one, especially with Shed Skin. He doesn't have a great switch into this. Taunt. It's fine. I'm just getting this weakened for so Taunt, Will-O-Wisp, Hex. Ah, no. What happened? Oh, no. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna figure out a way to come back to this. Hey guys, Shuckle King here. So, yeah, I gotta show you my beautiful face yet again. So as you saw at the end of the battle there, we got disconnected with John Jr. very, unfortunate there, especially with the circumstances. Now, obviously, just how far we got into the game and how much extra was, it wasn't that reasonable to recreate the game in any way, which was unfortunate. So, John Jr. at that point, his best way of winning the game was getting the timer and me having lost timer before he did, which was definitely a possibility since he had about 40 seconds ahead of me and I had about 2 minutes 40 seconds left. So it's definitely possible he was able to win that way. I felt like I was in a pretty decent position to win that game. Like, at worst, I just stay in with pouring onto a continuously ice beam. I don't think he has a whole lot of ways to deal with that. And then my Cinderace also could have just won the game at the end there and additionally. So I felt like I was in a decent position to not let myself lose the timer, but it definitely could have happened. So I obviously felt like I should have won that game, especially with my position. And I think JJ felt like he had a chance there where he still could have won it. So we put it up to vote with all the coaches in the league, either to make it a tie or give myself a 1-0 win. The difference between I had 6 mons left and JJ had 5. So you would just say it'd be a 1-0 win in favor of me. I wasn't a big fan of that option either because I honestly thought I was going to win the game with a pretty big differential at that point. And I don't think the timer would have came into play. So the coaches voted in favor of recreating on Showdown, which would have not been the most ideal way, but we would have gotten it done. But I think JJ was just saying he was okay giving me like a forfeit win at that point. So we take a 3-0 victory this week. Unfortunate that it had to happen this way. And it was very unfortunate that week 1 had to go the way it did as well. I know Joey's having the hashtag about the timer going about, so just shows how bring back the timer, I think, is the catchphrase or the hashtag. So yeah, we can add this onto the video too. Hopefully we can get this timer fixed. But I played my week 3 already, and it's gonna be a little bit quicker pace in these last 2 battles, so hopefully give you a little bit more entertaining watch. But yeah, thanks for sticking around. Make sure you give a subscription if you appreciate and like the battles that I'm putting out there. And make sure you go check out JJ's side for sure. And make sure you give him a subscription. But yeah, until next time, later guys.